questions.
First, the last two shots there by Jalen, the shots he makes and you guys live on all year. Just one of those.
That's it. Take your shot. You know, that's his bread and butter. Got to where he wanted to be. Got a good shot up. We missed.
Coach, how's his confidence now that he's missed game one today, or potential tie, and then Portland?
I'm sorry?
How's his confidence?
Great. I mean, hey, look, I mean, he's a tough guy. I mean, he played hard, made a lot of big clutch shots throughout the fourth quarter for us. It came down to the end. Mitch made a heck of a block, and Morant came up with the ball and put it back in. That's the difference between winning and losing right there.
Quentin Grimes,
Go ahead, Ian.
Quentin Grimes, just in general, and then point of attack defender, what do you think of him?
I thought, hey, Morant is a tough cover, and I thought, he did as good a job as you could possibly do. I thought Cam gave us really good minutes between the two of them. I was very pleased with their defensive effort. Losing quick probably hurt us some. So, but other guys stepped up, played well. I thought the playmaking was very good. I thought we had a lot of movement off the ball. We did a good job screening away from the play, on the weak side. Thought Julius made a number of big plays for us, 9 assists. So, we got to find a way to win at the end. We got to come up with a loose ball.
Why didn't you go back to Quentin in the fourth quarter?
Just the way the game was unfolding. I like Cam a lot too, and that group was rolling pretty good. So just stayed with them. Whatever's working best for our team, that's what we're going to go with. And so, we wouldn't have hesitated to put him back in, and we did at the end. So we went small, for a short stretch there. The rebounding was a concern.
Coach, this was your 20th game, so roughly a quarter of the season. How would you assess where you guys are right now?
Yeah, at the quarter point, so a lot of work to do. Just keep concentrating on getting better, improving. Get ready for the next game. They come one at a time, so don't look backwards, don't look ahead, just look at exactly what's in front of us. That's where I want us to be.
So how frustrating is it that you guys have been unable to close out some of these games at home?
Yeah,
it's 5 to 6 losses here.
Yeah, just keep, we got to keep knocking on the door. Just keep getting better. Try to learn from each game, see what we can do better, focus in, get ready for the next game. And like I said, in every game there's going to be good and bad. So try to take what you're doing well, build on that, try to correct the things that you're not doing as well as you would like, and move it forward.
With Cam and Derek back in the lineup, what is that additional thing that they give you?
I like the depth. I think that's a big plus for us. But I thought, we got Deuce in for a couple possessions that, that's the strength of the club is that you got guys like that, and they're all deserving, and great guys. They all work. So, just be ready when your opportunity comes. Get in there, get the job done.
You guys had kind of contained Morant for much of the game before the fourth quarter. Him and Jalen kind of took it over. Just what kind of do you kind of feel like that's coming at some point, no matter what you do with Ja, that the ball's in his hands and he's going to do something?
Yeah, it's and the thing is we're double teaming him. We're doing a lot of stuff, and his playmaking was, he didn't fight it. He just made the right play. What you're doing is when you put two on the ball, you're in rotation, and so then when the ball's up on the board, you got to get back to bodies, and they got second shots off of it, but we knew that going in. He's a fast break unto himself. He's an offense unto himself, and he reads the game well. So, and the team's well balanced. I thought Brooks played really hard for them on both ends. They play for each other, so was a hard-fought game.
I recognize offense was not necessarily the problem. Just more generally, you guys have kind of been the bottom of the league in three-point percentage for most of the year. You were 10 for 30 tonight. Do you feel like that's something you guys are going to be able to bring?
Yeah, I think we're going to get to the league average. I do believe that. I think guys got to continue to work. As long as, like, we had good movement. You know, I think we shot 50%. It was 64 points in the paint. You know, probably didn't run as much as we would have liked. You know, but we're scoring plenty of points, 123 points. You know, got to the line 30 times, 30 assists. You know, there's a lot of good things that we've done. I think we're top 10 in fast break points. You know, second chance points. We're at the top of the league. So there's a lot of good things. And you know, obviously, getting to the line is important. Getting layups and fast breaks are important. Playing for each other, just getting rhythm shots. I think that's big. And I like the pace that we're playing at.
What is the route to get to league average in your mind? What needs to change? What needs to adjust?
Yeah, I thought today, I thought we had really good movement off the ball, right? So I want us to continue to focus on that and the screening off the ball, the flares, the screen ins, that sort of thing, to create those shots. So, and I thought we had a number of those plays tonight, and I want for us to continue to do that. I think those are the hardest situations to guard. Like, it's, you know, there's great players in this league, so there's always pressure on you, whether it's defensive transition, pick and roll defense, but also the randomness of cutting and moving without the ball. Those are the hardest things to guard. I think when you look at the best players like the Currys and the LeBrons, and Morant showed it to us tonight, is like when you blitz them, they don't stop moving. And so then your defense has to continue to move. So you may get the initial one right, but you got to get the second, third, and fourth part right as well. And then you got to finish. You got to rebound the ball. And so, that requires a commitment by everybody.
Did you see what happened quickly and kind of what
I didn't, and I just, so they'll be re-examined tomorrow.
You had everybody healthy. You could have gone 9, you went 10. Is that just you needed to find 10 minutes and Derek minutes?
Yeah, I wanted, I felt like that's what we should do, and I liked the way it worked, and so we'll continue to do that. And like I said, we have Jericho and we have Deuce that are deserving as well, Evan as well. So there's, but you can't play everyone, so you have to settle on a rotation.
I know you touched on Cam closing a little bit earlier, but and you mentioned you like the way that group is rolling. With it seemed like in the first half you were really making an effort to match Grimes' minutes with Ja.
Yeah.
Was getting away from that in the second half anything that you saw from the way that
No, it was more like because of the way that group was playing. We got behind, they closed the gap, and then it felt like there was a good rhythm to that group. And so that's really the reason why we did what we did. And to me, it's also given him a different look. There's different, like I think Cam's length gives you something different. I think the physicality of Quentin's different, so I think they'll just, and we're loaded up, we're trying to guard him with the team. And, and sometimes we guarded him great and he still made.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
What'd you think of RJ? Before the game you mentioned, getting some easy ones might help.
Yeah.
It seemed like that kind of did happen tonight.
Yeah, I thought that as the game went on, he got into a pretty good rhythm, and so that was good to see. And we want him in the open floor. We want him to run. We want him to move without the ball. He had a couple of great screen ins for us on the backside too that created great shots for us. I think the more we do that to create easy scoring opportunities, it's going to be easier for people to get into rhythm.
All right, thanks, Simpson.
Big basket you guys came up with. Ja kind of had an answer for you.
Yeah.
Just kind of what he is down the stretch to try and stop him.
He's tough. He's a tough cover, man. He's averaging 30 for a reason or whatever the hell he's averaging. So, yeah, he's a tough cover.
Jalen getting those 2 looks late in the fourth. I mean, do you like those looks that he got? I mean, you take those every time.
Yeah, I mean, he makes those, so it's a good shot for him for sure.
Julius, you guys played your 20th game of the season, roughly a quarter of the season. How would you assess where you guys are right now?
Up and down.
You think of cutting and the movement off the ball, like you had a ton of assists. Is that what you guys want when you're looking for?
Yeah, we try to make it easier for each other. So, we have our initial actions, but, off the ball, trying to cut your movement, not as much standing. So it was better tonight for sure.
How frustrating are some of these home losses?
Very.
What made tonight, tough?
Give ourselves a shot to win, but, not pulling it through.
I think it's lost 5 or 6, the past 6 at home.
Mm-hmm.
Any comment right there?
You're losing.
But, is it something about home? Is it because...
Yeah, losing.
Yeah.
So like having Cam and Derek back in the lineup tonight?
Oh, they were great. Great moving off the ball. Cam made some big shots. Derek was great, with the minutes that he got, being aggressive. So, they were amazing.
I know it's team defense you got to do on him, but the job you thought Grimes did on John the first half, first 3 quarters, really.
He was good. He was really good. Ja was, we had him bundled up pretty good. So, him personally did a good job making plays for his teammates. But second half, he kind of got off.
How's the team's morale?
I think we're fine.
That's good.